Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by One CFO, Credit Hero, Y Spaces, Tuala, Simp, Sekuna, Schooltech Bedfolio, and Red Circle Global. Check out our partners in the description.
Welcome sa Startup Podcast PH, inspiring more Filipino entrepreneurs and innovators. We have Gulay Co, Freshness Simplified, and we have the founder, Winston Binauhan. Hello, Winston. Kamusta?
Good afternoon. Mainit na tanghali sa inyong lahat. So thank you so much for having me here. So very excited to share our journey in what's Gulay Co all about. Thank you.
I'm very excited, no? Kasi si Gulay, yung spelling niya, medyo kakaiba. Actually, gulay.co yung website, ano? Gulay, may AI. So, I think may kinalaman ang smartness, AI, automation, somehow dito. And Co. Actually, before this official recording, medyo nakwento mo sa akin, ano, yung concept behind. And may reason kung bakit .co, hindi .com yung pinili nyo. But
Yeah.
Co. Sige, I'll let you explain, Winston. Sige. So, ano nga ba ang Gulay Co?
Yeah. So ang Gulay Co is beyond shopping. Most shopping apps, shopping app na naman. So Gulay Co removes that. It's a smart buying app that we call it. So explain ko muna bakit Gulay Co. So a Gulay Co is a system, a personal kitchen OS, how we call it, that allows you to curate a shopping na mas madali. So paano nga ba ang kwento ng Gulay? So mag-start tayo sa kwento ng simpleng sa bahay lang. For example, gusto mo mag-budget ng 1,000 pesos for this week. And the current problem mo is bibili ka ng pagkain, set mo yung budget, and then kung menudo, adobo, yun ang gusto mo, and then ihimay mo pa yon. And when you came into the store, it's either nawaldas mo yung pera dahil may ginamit ka, it's either over budget o minsan wala. So the Gulay Co solves that problem. And surprisingly, me as a marketing practitioner, no one tries to solve that problem. That is a micro problem that each consumer faces daily. Ano ang ulam with my budget? Si Gulay Co allows you to do that. So bakit ba Gulay Co? Gulay Co aims to be a directory of food and ingredients in the long run. That's why it's called There's a Gulay Co. So why there's a Go? So that's Gulay, so vegetables, freshness. So that's one, directory. The lie in Huli is AI. It's AI-driven din siya. And why there's a Go is because it's next day delivery. And why is it Co instead of Com, instead of Org, is that it has to be personalized. That's why when you say Gulay Co, you own it. The software, the system itself, it's tailor-fit to you. It's not something na for everyone. The recipe that you're looking for is there. So how does it work? It's quite simple. If you go to shopping app, you basically shop, di ba? Hanap ka ng patatas, hanap ka ng potatoes, hanap ka ng ganyan. It's called shopping. In Gulay Co, we don't do that. You just simply type kung anong gusto mong kainin. For example, may 1,000 pesos ka. Ano ba gusto 1,000 pesos? First question in mind, anong kine-crave mo? Gusto ko kare-kare. O sige, type mo kare-kare. And yung kare-kareng yun, all that ingredients will prompt out. Pero, anong klaseng kare-kare ang gusto mo? Kare-kareng baka, kare-kareng manok, and yun ang huhanap sa'yo. And it has its own style of price. So, pag kinlik ko to, sample gusto ko 500 pesos lang. O sige, ano to 500 pesos ingredient nito? Uy, sakto. Pero ayoko nito, tatanggalin ko. And you can check it out easily. So, compared, that's 500 pesos, compared to actually going to the store, shopping it, the 500 pesos cannot be achieved. Remember the case of DTI saying na 500 pesos.
Noche Buena.
Noche Buena. So, there's a lot of things kasi, in theoretically, it can be done. Gulay actually is on that line where we launch it. Kaya lang, medyo we're still young by then, hindi pa namin kaya. But we could actually build. Depende sa recipe, Noche Buena. Like, so 200 lang, we could look for something. It's AI-driven. So that's how Gulay works.
Still filling out loan applications for your business? Yeah, thought so. Save your time. Grow your business. With Credit Hero, one online application gets you loan offers from multiple lenders. Apply for a business loan now. Visit credithero.com.
And bakit pa gulay? Ano ba ang goal ni gulay talaga? Gulay is just a portion of a bigger project that we're trying to build under partnership with my partners with High Loves Tech. Is that Project Green? It's to reorganize how we receive food. Kung mapapansin nyo, the pressure that we see to the supermarket or what, it's roughly around 30 to 40% higher talaga. And farmers only receive like 10% out of that. So gulay, cut it out by having strategic partnership. So, as a gulay ba parang Grab or what Food Panda? No. Gulay runs into a closed ecosystem. Bakit closed? Anong closed? Ang kaibahan niya? Sina Food Panda, Grab, it's an open ecosystem. Anyone could participate. Example, food provider ako, merchant ako, I could join, simply fill out the form, blah, blah, blah. I'm part of the system. It's an open. Here, it's a closed system. We create what we look for food consolidators. So they're the one, like fulfillment centers, there's the one who fulfill the orders and there are vouchers for. And surprisingly, these FCs provide the best quality because they also provide to restaurants, top restaurants and hotels at a very cheapest price. And we work with them through this gulay program. So, makukuha mo presyong palengke, pero hotel quality. That's what gulay stands for. And pag type mo kailangan mo, they will prepare it for you next day. Next day delivery. And the selection of days is why very rigid. Diyan, sobrang rigid. Hindi ka pwede maging FC kung meron kang inventaryo.
Mm. Yeah, actually, yun pala yung main difference ano. Kasi well, here in the podcast, we've talked to a lot of yung mga ganyan, yung mga farm to table, yung mga commerce marketplace for fresh produce, for farm produce. But I think yung sa last part of what you said, that makes the big difference. This is not an open ecosystem approach, no, but rather a closed one. Kasi ang mas in my understanding and actually why I'm amazed ano, ang mas sinasolve nyo actually not the marketplace aggregator problem, not that, but the budget. Kumbaga yung budget, yung hit
Yes.
sa budget. Kaya nga ano, pwede nga kayong kampihan ni DTI kasi kayo yung justification nung sa Noche Buena.
Yes, exactly,
na ano nga eh, 'di ba? Parang tsaka ano to, mas open to for everyone kasi yung mga other commerce o mga agri-commerce, agri-tech na startups na ganun, hindi nako-consider actually yung budget eh. So actually, may marketplace ka nga na aggregated pero at the end of the day, nagiging for the ano lang, mas yung may kaya, yung may pera. Pero this one, talagang naka kumbaga in the equation yung budget ano. Now what I want to ask is, how did you come up with this problem? I mean, you could have joined the war with the agri-tech commerce marketplace ganyan pero you had a different approach eh. So paano unang naisip yung problem and paano kumbaga nagawa itong or naisip itong approach na to ni Gulay Ko?
Yeah. So, you will be surprised what's the inspiration behind Gulay Ko. Actually, it's the every night of my wife asking me, anong ulam bukas? Kasi by the way, I'm also a marketing practitioner. I'm also taking up my master's in innovation in NIM. And it came up with this idea na, alam mo yun, when gusto mo na matulog or what, your wife ask me, ano gusto mo kainin? And natapos siya na yung budget and, usual things. And nakaka-stress siya, di ba? Nakaka-stress siya. And no one's trying to solve that. So my wife will shop. Will shop. And then lagpas. Kung di man lagpas, sakto sa budget, kulang naman kain. So it's hard. Sabi ko, bakit hindi na lang? Gusto ko, i-type ko nila yung gusto ko, lalabas na yung pupwede. And paano ko din nakuha yun is that I also came from a farming family. Agri-trader din kami. And I completely understand how the food works eh. And no one wants to solve that. I think the reason why I don't want to solve that is that it's mainly driven of users, of how to grow the users. What kami kasi is that, like I mentioned earlier, gulay is just a portion of the bigger picture we're trying to build. Nagrereklamo tayo kung bakit lagi ang mahal ng gulay, mahal lang ganito. But me, as coming from a agriculture trader, I understand why. Kasi ito sa mga farmers na to, kasi di naman nila alam kung anong kailangan ng market. there's no signal coming in. And a lot of the agri-tech, a lot of is just focus on two things lang, market access and productivity. No one's trying to solve how the food going to be received. They will say that they have this logistics, yada yada, but are we trying really to solve that? So the key goal here is that we need to send signal to the farmers, to the traders or the partners na in this zone, ito lang ang kailangan ko. Kailangan ko ng kamatis, sibuyas, sinigang mixture lang ang kailangan ko sa area ito. Hindi ko kailangan ng ganito, kasi walang bumibili. And that specific produce can be allocated to different area. And the farmers can easily say, wala pa lang kailangan yan eh. I focus on this. That indirect action now creates a bigger impact. For me, that's innovation kasi. Jan, it's really about thoroughly linking it. And magtanong ka in any magkano lang benta ng kangkong. It's like 2 pesos per bundle
Mm.
in the farm and darating sa'yo like 20.
Yeah,
Maliit
times
lang.
10, no? Because
Yeah,
of the
diba?
ano, because of the yung supply chain. First yung transportation, yung gas. Second yung
Exactly.
patong-patong kasi pasa-pasa yun ng bagsakan, pasa-pasa yun ng middleman, bagsakan, tapos baka i-transport pa ulit, etc. Actually, this is very ang exciting nga ng field na to, although challenging din na to. And I'm happy na may background ka rin sa agri-trade, ano. Gusto ko lang din dagdagan yung pag-breakdown by sharing my experience
Sure.
as bumibili as a consumer.
Yeah.
Dati kasi naalala ko, bibili ako ng pansit. So may gulay yun, may carrots, may gulay, yung
Pambisa,
lettuce,
sibuyas, bawang.
sibuyas, bawang, yes. Gusto ko in one palengke or in one grocery, meron ako ng lahat. Pumunta muna ako sa isang store, sabihin ko, I think okay lang, magbabanggit ako ng mga dito.
Sure.
Nagpunta akong I'm from outside Metro Manila. Punta ako Robinson Supermarket. Kulang. So, ayoko ng gano'n, lipat ako. Punta akong Walter Mart, ayan. Pagdating ko Walter Mart, kompleto, meron lahat ng ingredients, pero di ako masaya sa price. So, naisip ko, may bagsakan malapit dun sa so pumunta ako sa bagsakan. Pagbalik ko ng bagsakan, may kulang. Tapos, at the end of the day, may nakita pa ako sa mga store na meron and mas satisfied ako dun sa price. Anyway, as a consumer, yung problem na yun na either kulang or hindi ako masaya sa price. Yun yung solve nyo somehow. Additionally, magre-recommend din sa akin na baka di mo pala kailangan ng carrots kasi over na sa budget mo. Kung budget mo 500 lang, baka pwede mong tanggalin yun or pwede mong bawasan yung volume ng bawat isa. So, may dagdag na ganung recommendation. So, combine siya nung tatlo. 1, kompleto kagad yung mga gusto kong recados. Number 2, the price, the best price, sa source. Number 3, ma-a-adjust sa budget ko. Tama ba yun?
Yes. Exactly. And nasabi mo nga dyan, you didn't even mention, example, assume natin, binili mo 500 pesos, but you never mentioned how much is your transportation from point A to point B to point C to point C.
Yes.
Di ba? So, yun din yung problem ko with my wife. So, sabi niya, 500 pesos, so what? But if you compute for me to actually finish that, it's more than that. Kasi kumain pa kami, nag-parking pa ako, naggas pa ako. So, kung ipapatong ko yun, hindi na siya 1,000 pesos. So, don't try to solve that. And di ba, ikaw nga hindi ko binompute yun. So, yung natipid mo sa baksakan, wala din yun.
And the time it took.
Exactly. The time it took, di ba? And for sure, nagutom ka, nauhaw ka pa, tumambay ka pa. So, that can be erased. And nowadays kasi, we don't have time. We don't have really time. And for a delivery fee, like example, with all that, dagdagan delivery fee of like how much? 100 pesos? Di ba? That's significantly.
Pag kinumpit ko ngayon yung total transportation cost ko nun, jeep, tricycle, parang 100 plus din yun in kung nag-deliver lang ako ng 50. Nakatipid pa ako ng oras, pa ako ng pera, no? So, yeah.
Di ba? And no one tries to solve that space. Kasi everyone's so busy, it's either the quality or the distribution. But in reality, how household works kasi, you look at it on economic scale, you only pina-factor in mo the freshness and the budget. Kasi everything naman is commoditized. So, there's no difference on it. So, that alone significantly drops the price, and our price is very competitive. It's roughly around 30 to 40% cheaper if you
Mhm.
compute the whole process.
Mm.
So imagine mo, like you mentioned earlier, he didn't compute that. O 500 pesos yun. Assume natin, that's roughly around 800 pesos. So that's 25% on top of your
Mm.
purchase price.
Mm.
Di ba?
Oo.
Di
Ito
ba?
yung second, oo. Yun yung second ano 'no, parang two problems 'tong solve, yung sa demand side, sa consumer side, tsaka yung sa
Yeah.
supply side nga on how you reduce the prices. And I
Yeah.
think may part nga din na since closed ecosystem kayo, controlled niyo yung mga panggagalingan, is that right? Controlled niyo yung mga farms, mga source, and madi-direct niyo. Walang iba dadaanan, kayo
Yes.
mismo ang magdi-direct ng makukuha. So, kayo sa i-solve yung parang supply chain side, iba yung approach niyo, eh. Parang, solving the budget side and then para kumbaga hindi kaagad scale ano muna
Mm.
you have a closed ecosystem. Yun yung farms na pag-aaralan niyo, farms na nakukuhanan niyo ng gulay to validate, to run, to operate this, and then, do it. Ngayon ang amazing din dito yung sabi mo about the signals
Mm.
in economics yun naman talaga yun, eh, price
Mm.
is signal basically But ang
Yes.
nangyayari nga if tama yung pagkaintindi ko Winston sa sinabi mo, correct me if I'm wrong, um, mali yung signals before na nakukuha ng farmers kaya mali yung tinatanim nila or maybe off season or parang tapos na
Yes.
pala. Ngayon kung alam nila kung ano yung binibili ng mga tao, mas tama yung itatanim nila. Tama ba yun? Yun ba
Yes.
yung ibig
Yes.
sabihin?
Exactly. Exactly the point. And the reason for this is that we haven't really evolved our agriculture sector. I mean, it's really sad to say. There's a lot of I have nothing against with the agri-tech. They're doing good, but in economic scale perspective, there's what we call artificial scarcity.
Hmm.
Usually makikita mo 'to sa itong mga ganitong klase signals kasi usually are applied to the FMCG sector. So I also came from FMCG and one brand. And surprisingly, we are producing roughly around 3 million bottles a day na. And it's still not enough. And I manage a small island. And what I've learned to realize is that it is heavily driven by oversupply of certain segment or certain zones. Meaning, if we clearly identify a certain if we really put enforce its policy, that the supply we could leverage kung mag-improve at an equilibrium. Ibig sabihin equilibrium is magpapantay siya, mawala tayo scarcity. The price could lower down. The supply can be even out to everyone. And it's case in point, what we did, I partnered with a specific FMCG product. There's a lagi naubusan yung island na yun ng ganung product. And what I did, I do analytics. And surprisingly, we are even performing and there's no scarcity. Remember, during pandemic pa to. It's basically because of sending the wrong signals to the producer. So applying it here, for example, tomatoes. This is always a yearly problem with us. Oversupply of tomatoes. Why is there oversupply of tomatoes? Because these farmers that actually plant this don't know where to distribute it. And they don't know, may demand pa talaga na ganito kalaki. Or if they're sourcing it. Kasi that same effort could be, and it's not reaching them. Here in our model, we partner with what we call food consolidators. The data that we could produce, to send it to their farmers where they're getting it. Sir, please don't plant tomatoes. I need this product. Sir, I don't need that. I need this. Sir, I don't need this. And imagine if we scale it up. Wala ka ng food wastage. Very analytical yung Kung meron kang sobra, me as a trader forces me now to look for markets to throw it out. It makes now the whole supply chain a lot more efficient. Sabi nga na, when we're trying to build the whole project ring concept, we're not trying to disrupt anything. We're just trying to organize everything that the current agri-tech is working on, the current platforms are doing, so that the food supply moves seamlessly. We're not going to disrupt anything. We just simply want to put everything in place. We're behind roughly around by years versus our neighbors. Maybe it's now time to start doing analytical farming somehow. And that's what Triangle trying to solve. Even to
Oo.
the farmers per se.
Oo nga 'no, come to think of it, baka hindi naman talaga problem ang supply or ang demand. Talagang sadyang may supply-demand mismatch lang na,
Yes.
it's really baka nga a mismatch. Kasi marami tayong farms, marami namang tinatanim. Baka nga hindi lang tama yung timing and yung actual na ano. And now I understand why you said kanina yung pull. Kasi oo nga, ang farmers, they're actually push. They have their land,
Yes.
tatanim nila kung anong tingin nilang bebenta without
Mm.
considering the market talaga. Parang ano nga, baka nga nangyayari, "Uy, nakabenta yung kabila ng maraming kamatis, a few months ago, tatanim din ako now." Eh, tapos na yun, tapos na yung demand nung ano or
Yes.
ano. So, ngayon mag-o-overdemand na ng kamatis, wala na ano. So, baka may gano'ng mismatch talaga 'no, kaya better ang pull. And in this case, since matagal kasi magtanim, 'di ba, may months 'yan,
Mm.
magwo-work lang ang pull system in agriculture if you can predict or forecast the demand. In this case, ito yung sasabi ninyo na signals kasi parang ini-estimate niyo na kung ilan ba talaga yung magde-demand ng ganito, ng kamatis, ng
Yes.
sibuyas, ng carrots, para sync siya, in line siya sa itatanim ng mga farmers. So, matched ngayon yung timing and yung
Yes.
quantity ng demand and supply. Tama ba yun?
Yes, exactly, exactly. And surprisingly, you will also, if you check the whole majority of the food purchases are getting to the commercial side. Konti lang talaga yung pumupunta sa retail side. And that's a problem kasi that's what we call the whale. For example, may farm, may dumang whale, kinain yan. Konti na lang din talaga. And 30% of that goes into waste. And that's also what we're trying to solve, yung food waste. Kaya sabi na, if we choose a fulfillment partner, the first criteria is dapat wala kang inventaryo, just in time. Number 2, um, we we order only what we need. Example, we send this order or what. And lastly, we are requiring roughly around 10, minimum of 10 network partners to be integrated here. So one hub has roughly around minimum of 10 to 20 farmer sourcing. So they could easily sort it out. So why this kind of model? This model is hindi mo siya innovating, but this model is already been existing. No one wants to tap it. Why? Because there's a lot of bigger players who don't want this to and why? In reality diyan, how farmers are getting signals is speculative pricing. Yung presyo ko ngayon, presyo ko yung kahapon. Example, pinesyohan ko, bibilhin ko ngayon, ₱25 ngayon bentahan sa ganyan. ₱25 kahapon. Pero ngayon hindi na ₱25 yun kasi wala kang demand signals, eh.
Yeah.
So here, what we're trying to now is that the FC or the farmers can now easily, "Sir, malaki po yung demand ng and we could now easily compare it moving forward. We have that data forecasting na ito po talaga ang demand and we will looking at yung presyo." So we could channel it evenly and without disrupting the whole system. It exactly the same process, we just provided some data, medyo smart na siya.
They're getting the wrong signals and now you're correcting it.
Yeah, we're correcting it.
And
Again,
oo.
we're not disrupting anything. We're just simply following the process and we're just putting some numbers to it na ito talaga dapat. Ito
True.
lang yung kailangan.
True, oo. And I think yung implementation nito sa consumer side, you have an app. I'll let you explain ano. And yung larger nito, it's a system, eh. It's a
Yeah.
system. It's a kumbaga ano nga, correcting the system kumbaga. So can you explain more
Yes.
of that? Yung app din siguro and how connected, paano connected yung app ng consumer doon sa system, doon sa pag-match and doon sa farmers. Like sino nagsasabi
Okay.
sa farmers na ito dapat itanim nyo, ganito karami, and paano kasi maraming farms, eh. So how do you assign, how do you tell them?
Yes. So how it works is that first thing, there's two sides. We have the consumer side and the farmer side. So there's two sides. So sense of closed ecosystem to. So we only for Metro Manila alone, we're only onboarding 8 fulfillment centers. These 8 fulfillment center faces criteria and they have their own dashboard getting this order. So how does this app work? You download it and it's in a specific zone. There's a specific fulfillment center who going to service you. And how it works is that simple lang. Go to your app, go to the search bar, type mo yung kung anong gusto mong order, kung anong gusto mong pagkain, lalabas yun doon. And these are price locked by the FCs. When we say price locked, there's a timer there. It could be like 24 hours, 7 hours, 7 days. Could be. So yung presyo na sabi mo 500, wag in-order mo sa gulay, ₱500 talaga yung darating sa'yo tomorrow. Ganun siya. And these are going to be sourced by the FCs to the individual farms kung saan siya connected. Example, gusto mo ng ganitong klase, it will be sourced to that farm, funneling it towards that. And this will be fulfilled by our logistics partner direct to your home. Again, all these FCs have been checked, vouchered, wala silang inventaryo. Meaning, mamayang gabi pa kukunin yan. That's why it's next day delivery. So it's very fresh, it's very presyong baksakan siya. So, kasi usually, there's one app who use the same idea and we heard a lot of horror stories. Yung gulay na talaga. So, hindi na siya ganun ka-fresh. Here, we assure that quality comes first, price comes first, and you get it straight from the farms. And yung FCs now has now the power now to nego better, to provide to the farmers na, sir, we don't need that. We need this. Sir, we don't need that. We don't have that. And these farmers now could relocate their supplies to somewhere else evenly. For example, we currently have one FCs in Balintawak. He has roughly around 168 SKUs. And he's feeding it to us. And these are sourced to cooperatives. So ngayon, kasi nung nag-usap sila, hindi nila alam, ano ba itatanim namin? With this data now, cooperative, huwag na kayo magtanim ng, sabihin natin, papaya. Wala nang bumibili sa akin papaya. Ito na lang yung itanim ninyo. Mas malaki yung demand, high value crops pa. Kasi ito po marami po naghahanap ng adobo na may bell pepper. Imagine that. Imagine mo kung ikaw yung ay, wala yung naghahanap ng ganito. Wala po eh. That's how it does. We provide them that report.
Trust the digital future with Twala. Secure and tamper-proof digital signature. Electronic notarization service. And custom AI agents for intelligent document workflows. Visit twala.io to learn more. In today's digital world, your organization needs more than just technology. It needs a strategic partner. At Symph, we build web and mobile apps that drive innovation for startups, enterprises, and organizations worldwide. Visit symph.co today.
Protect your assets from bugs before bad hackers exploit them. And launch your products seamlessly with Secuna, your trusted partner in cybersecurity. Receive reports in real time and work with security experts to find bugs in your products before others do. Let's make your security our priority.
Yeah. This might be the medyo underrated solution. I mean I'm talking about kasi dito nga sa Startup Podcast, I've talked to many agritech and I recently learned something eh. We're now on our magpa 5 years na so so I observed din yung journey ng mga startups. Usually, and I think the right way is for a startup, first, as we all know, product market fit. Ayan. And then after product market fit, mabubuo mo ng product market fit if your solution is really strong. And then after nun, tsaka ka mag-scale dapat if you PMF na, tsaka ka mag-scale. And then after mo mag-scale, tsaka ka mo bubuin yung ecosystem or maybe go abroad, ganyan. Yung ibang startups, they skip the product market fit. They skip the reliability of their product, of the system. Diretso sa scaling. Now, in what I'm hearing from Gulay Ko, hindi ka nagmamadali sa scaling. Andun ka sa, you're really perfecting, mastering the system. Nababasa ko rin sa mga ibang agritech eh. I'll be a bit honest dito. Sinasabi nila na, no, the problem can't be solved, ganyan-ganyan kasi ganyan. Hindi nila sinasolve eh. Ang sinasolve nila yung scaling eh. They're not solving the So kayo, I think yun kaya rin nag-start kayo with a closed system. You want to solve first in a smaller subsystem, in a smaller scale, yung true problem ng agri supply chain ng farmers, right?
Agree. And kung notice mo din, a lot of the I have nothing against them. They're great. They really are awesome.
Of course.
Startups. And what I notice is that if you're trying to solve food, we don't need technology talaga. I'm just speaking as a agri-food trader talaga. The problem is not really production or like access to market. It's never been that problem. The real problem talaga is peso to yield. So crop to yield. So crop to peso or peso to yield. So how do you bridge that? And what we're seeing that is that we just simply have to reorchestrate that properly lang. And as you can see, what's the future? We're looking at and a system is can be exported. But that if you're hearing the ecosystem, like could run like for nationally, we could only have like 10 FCs collating it. And after it, we could ship to Thailand or that has the same technology. But by simply replicating it, because that's how is the food being transported. And going to the grassroots, yung farmer nga, you asked them, can you use the app? Surprisingly, they can't. Example, we talk to a lot of FCs or food consolidator. They cannot use some of the technology. That's because the whole industry is still old. It hasn't been technologically advanced. So in order for everyone to be onboarded, what we believe is that we provide them a system for them to get familiar of, like a Shopee platform. Overnight, matututo na ako paano mag-ship ng item eh, kung mag-start ka. This is also how the dashboard of the Gulay works. Para di siya Shopee or what, and our promise nga, wala po yung gagawin when you receive the orders, i-ready na, ipack na lang. Proper food hygiene lang, blah, 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 kung ano para sa supply. Yun lang po. And ilagay niya ng number, resibo, yun, ship out. That's simple. And it all starts with understanding the groundwork. And that's where we're trying to really to focus on. And the data that we able to capture can be shared to anyone na, ay, ganito lang dapat, or what. So, no. And that's
Yeah,
where we're heading.
galing. Understanding the groundwork. Very true, very true.
Yeah.
And especially sa agriculture, sa farming, very
Yeah.
big ang groundwork.
Napakalaki ng agriculture
Oo.
kasi.
Mm. Actually now what I want to go to, Winston, is yung why you're doing this you told kanina na you have background sa marketing and you're doing master's innovation. Now why startup? I mean you could have parang this is everyone knows doing a startup is masakit sa ulo. Why do this? Ano ba yung meron ka bang inner pain or inner story or inner motivation to really solve the problem of farmers? Aside from yung sa wife mo na, "Anong ulam bukas?" Parang very large 'to compared to that, eh.
Yeah. I mean, pinaka-pain talaga, my vision talaga, I hope before I leave this realm, is that I really want to lower down food cost. Kasi as you can see, if you're on my age, the price has never gone down. It's after pandemic, na-stuck siya, and it's constantly, and nothing goes down. And my vision talaga is to make food really accessible even to the beggar itself. Na parang, alam mo yung pulube or to the poor, they could actually eat. If we're not, if we're, that will not happen if we are not going to impose a system to properly allocate food to everyone. And that's the grand vision of this, na we should be able to feed every Filipino. Kung hindi man natin mababa ng kasi mababa, as in mababa siya na yung wish ni DTI na 500 pesos, baka magawa pa nga natin ng 400 eh.
Wow.
Di ba? I mean, it's basic economics. If the concept of economics kasi is bigger is better. Tama naman yan. It is how business goes. But for me, if we could lower down the food cost for everyone wins. If we could lower it down and removing specific channels, removing these
Oo.
barriers. Yeah.
Oo nga 'no, baka naman possible yung sabi ng DTI, sorry DTI, pero I mean, pero kasi baka ang assumption nila, ang tinitignan nila yung price mismo dun sa farm, hindi yung nasa
Could be.
grocery, nasa ano 'no. So, ang times 10 yun, eh, 'no, times 10 so
Yeah, more than.
more than or
Imagine mo
more
yun.
than.
Like,
Actually, I have to rant now. Napakamahal. Napakamahal ng gulay ng ibang gulay actually. May mga makaka-source ka pa rin if pupunta kang Baguio, punta kang ibang makaka-source ka pa rin ng medyo mas mura, eh. Pero kung taga Manila ka, tapos sa grocery ka or even sa palengke, napakamahal.
kasi if remember mo, like, from the farm, pupunta pa yan sa trading post. From the trading post, dadaan ka din sa biyahero, pupunta sa first paksakan, and doon pa lang yan. And from that point to that's 3 layers na. Eh kung paksakan pa, how many layers pa? Bago yung makarating sa talipapa, there's already like 3 to 4 layers already passed through that. So we're looking at roughly around 10 to 15% markup. Worst case, 100% markup pa ang ano. So, like for example here, pumunta ako dito sa May Alabang, ang presyo lang ng isang bundle, like almost a kilo ng kangkong is 20 pesos. I went here, local talipapa, 100 grams, 20 pesos. You see the difference? That's only one jeep away.
Mm.
So, you see the disconnect? And
Yeah.
you can't blame them. Everyone has to earn a living, but gulay is not for everyone, Jan. As long we're trying to is that for those who value time and you would like to save every buck, you have the try gulay. We're not pushing gulay to everyone like Saiko. I'm not going to push you, Jan, if you don't like gulay. It's okay. But if you aim to save time, you want to be exact, you want to stick to budget, try gulay. Maybe this is something work for your family. But again, we're not going to compete with the works of Grab Food or no. They're big.
Mm.
They're being there. We're
Mm.
very specific.
Yeah. Sige, I'll download na nga si Gulay and I'll try na. Magba-budget na
Yeah.
ako ng ano bang maganda, tinola or sinigang, ayan.
Yeah, we could provide that. And we yeah.
If I may ask lang pala Winston. So, of course, you're not doing this startup alone So, maybe can we know more lang about the team or how you do this and the business journey? Paano nga from the idea, paano mo kumbaga in-execute itong si Gulay ko?
Sigula. So, Gula is really not ako lang talaga. I have my tech partner, Hybrid Technologies Inc. So, they're the one who is really backing up the technology behind it. So, aside from that, we also have a starting block as part of our operation. So, there's a big team talaga who's been with us with this. So, we're last year lang kami na launch quarter 4. So, in development. And over the past, so we're very aligned to what we want to achieve. Our goal that we want to achieve is quite simple. We're aligned that we would like to lower down the food cost. We would like to scale this, that it could be exported. At the same time, we're creating a bigger impact. So the team is composed of Mr. Orlidon Bautista, our CTO, our COO, si Ryan C, who's leading the expansion with different provinces. By the way, sa Gulay, hindi lang sa Metro Manila, we already deployed an Gulay in Cebu. We're operating up to from Cebu City, from Mandaue, all the way to Liloan. And we're opening soon in the Mactan Island as well. So, yeah, those are the developments that we have now.
If I may ask lang pala Winston about the business model, if it's okay to share.
Sure.
But I'm assuming yung parang same sa marketplace convenience fee na if you have a transaction through the app, through Gulay ko, kunyari ako nag-budget nga ako ng sinigang, budget, is a source, o-order ako ng mga gulay, is a source through Gulay ko. I'm assuming may, of course, yun yung business model dito So, mababa nga yung price, malo-lower kasi parang diretso sa source Pero of course, meron pa rin convenience fee of using the app, parang platform fee. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, correct. That's exactly
Marketplace pa rin siya, yes.
Marketplace pa rin yung model niya, pero maliit na kurot na lang siya. If you compare it to the other platforms, our remittance fee to our partner is very short. Less than 5 days na sa'yo na yan. Compared to the big players, 7 days, 15 days pa. And their commission will be roughly around 15 to 20%. Our share is relatively less. And depende pa sa location yon. And the value, if your fulfillment partner is chosen, is that you become the operator for your zone. Kaya napakataas ng requirement namin. You cannot, dyan, gusto ko mag-apply ako. We can't. Tell me this, ganito kanya. If sa interview pa lang, hindi. Kasi if you could remember some of the platform marketplace, the liability for the quality is to the vendor, right? Pag nag-ship ka, liability, hindi yun sa platform. Here, Gulay is a shared responsibility. To the point na, if we saw some mishandling, you can be easily get off the network na. Example, inspect ka namin. Sabi mo, wala kang inventory. Bakit mayroon ka dyan 3 linggo ng pechay? That's what we're doing. So, kick out ka kagad. That's why it's very close. It's very controlled. And the goal is to move the product. Kasi if we follow the same concept, we're not solving any problem. We just simply added additional layer. Here, you're correct. We're not in a rush. We're looking for vendors and we're looking for the right time. Actually, it's available in the App Store now in iPhone. We're there na. But it's still on the beta stage, but there's a big potential. Like in Cebu, our partner there is very positive kasi the problem is no one wants to go out. They want to get fresh. And the problem is, kung FC ka, dahil pag-process ng order, kung food consolidator ka, and you receive all this data coming in, imagine mo kung Shopee ka ng gulay. That kind of concept. Anong gagawin mo? Process ka lang ng orders, pack mo lang. O, pack mo lang, pick up na. That's how we're moving forward.
Yeah.
If you're,
At saka tama yung ano, no, yung parang pagiging strict sa mga para magiging controlled yung system. Kasi, I think the difference then is you are doing quality over quantity. Hindi yung parang quantity na onboard, get all farms, ganyan-ganyan, get the whole supply chain. I think here, quality talaga muna yung focus nyo. Perfect na quality, run it smoothly, working, as in ginagamit yung app, dun buibili na, at yung mga buibili, ay mas mura talaga nakakakuha. So, talagang win-win siya for all sides. And then, once you do that, tsaka na next level. Speaking of the next level, ano sa tingin niyo yung nakikita niyong pinaka-challenge or maybe you have already encountered yung mga pinaka-challenging challenges dito? Kasi sa ibang agritech that I've talked to, of course, lagi yung pakikipag-usap sa farmers or maybe the farm, the supply chain, ganyan. So, ano yung mga nakikita niyong challenges or maybe you have encountered na nga?
I think one of the biggest challenges, yung sabi mo ngayon, that one, we're able to plan it out well. Kasi, siguro galing ako sa farm, so I completely understand the lingo kung maintindihan mo nila on. Kasi, from that point, we filter them out. We sent out invites para may trigger na kaagad kami tinitingnan. Pag hindi niya na-meet yung dalawang certain questions na yon or criteria, ay wala na to, off na to, let's pull it out. So wala na kami challenge. The key challenge now is that really encouraging people to use the app. Kasi the reason why they're not using it and their hesitation to it is old pa eh. Old pa talaga yung sistema ng pag-distribute pagkain. And we still have to educate them. Yung mga customer nila, instead of having to channel to them, use it na lang. Yung mga, like you, alone, di ba? Of course, there's still hesitation of using it na, fresh ba to or what? Alam mo yun, yung fear, yung parang gamit pa ako baka lang makidnap ako or something, yung mga ganun. So, yun, those are the challenges. Pero so far in the operations, we don't have any challenges naman kasi, it's really more of people getting the word out there, trying to use the app. And yeah, operationally wise, we're ready. The key challenges now is people like you, use the app. Right lang. Sabi nga namin sa one of our problema mo ulam. Ay, download mo yung Gulay app. Wala naman to pilitan. Try lang. Di ba? Kung hindi mo nagustuhan, it's okay.
By the way, mayroon din mga kasi kung sinigang, hindi lamang gulay eh. Mayroon din ba kayo ng mga pork, meat, karne?
Yes. Yes, we do have. So, yun yung part ng selection.
Okay.
Process ng FCs para maging part ka ng network. Sa tanong namin sa kanya, one example is parang it's like question number 4 or number 5. So ingredients nyo po pa, palagay nyo may mabubuo kami ulam.
Gets.
Kasi pag sabi niya, hindi, ano lang, pinakbet lang. Okay po, aside po pinakbet, ano po ang pwede kong buuin? So, pag nalaman namin wala siyang mga proteins, wala siyang mga ganito, we don't onboard them. Kasi that's the key problem. One of the we nowadays that if you don't have a good selection of vendors onboarded, it becomes a problem.
May tawag dyan, yung mga yung mga integrated farm, di ba? Yung mga halo-halo yung yung hindi lang isang crop, hindi lang dalawa, kundi minsan nagro-rotate pa nga eh, or
that's the reason why we tap consolidators rather than farms. Kasi, usually, the consolidators are traders na talaga.
Okay.
For example, if di ba, may marketplace so focuses on puro specific farm to table. The problem with that is that hindi ka naman mag-shop ng sample fresh eggs lang. Hindi ka mag-shop ng fresh eggs lang. So, a different na naman yan. And that that problem from farm na yun is wala siyang conduit.
Hmm.
Kung lalagyan mo siya ng apps in between, you still have the same problem. That's why we developed the whole different model. So we really that's why we're saying being part of network is napakalaking selection process. Startup lang kami, Jenny, pero yung question namin is on that level na naandun na kasi we want to make
Yeah.
sure that you're capable.
Yes, oo. Yeah. Yeah, very yeah, I think ang ganda nung approach tsaka yung isa pa that, I want to mention here when you said about the challenge na walang challenge sa operation, ang challenge yung sa adoption kumbaga, yung sa but I think that's normal for startups na inuuna yung product kaysa yung business or parang una yung
Yeah.
product kaysa marketing. Yung ibang sa iba kasi marketing kaagad wala pang product tsaka palang mabi-build yung product. Pero I think here linayout mo na yung system since you have knowledge, since you have experience as sa agri world nga rin, and then you know the problem, how you really mapped it out, you pinpointed where to solve, and then once you have that, you build the product. Of course, yung product hindi pa naman kagad gagana. You have to try, validate, iterations until mabuo yung product, find the product market fit, and then once buo yung product, ayan, okay operations, no challenges. But of course, challenge yung adoption or yung marketing. So I think
Exactly.
sana rin this podcast may help Gulay Ko find
Sure. Yeah.
that
That's
approach.
also what we're trying to advocate in Jan is like any other startup naman, like Grab, Uber. When you started, ikaw ba, nung lumabas yun, for sure, hindi ka naman nag-Grab kaagad eh. Hindi ka rin naman nag-Uber. Nag-antay mo, pag sumakay mo, makidnap yan, or what. Even nga angkas even nga, no one tried it out. It took them time and years. And also, that's what here. Kasi those are pain points that still hasn't been, for sure, it's validated. It really needs some traction and adoption. And the same with Gulay. And the good thing about Gulay is that we're also for partnership with other brands. Imagine, like, example, if you like to, there's one brand focusing specifically on highly organic products, we could pump it here, have a partnership with us, and it will be exclusive. There's a lot of revenue opportunities. And the thing here, lang, Johnny, is that what also is here is that we run roughly on 3 to 4 layers of food distribution. 3 to 4 layers. So that we're even ahead of a grocery. We're even ahead of the grocery. Kasi dadaan pa, meron pa consolidator, then refactoring. We're even ahead of the grocery. So that kind of leeway saves you a lot.
Yeah.
Yung kwento mo kanina, napunta ka pa ng ganun, yung presyo mabibigay ko sa'yo, if dinaan mo sa Gulay, mura yun for sure.
Oo. madami talagang na streamline kumbaga.
Yeah.
Let's use that term.
Education is evolving, and so are we. Introducing School Tech by Edfolio, your all-in-one school management solution. Built for schools of all sizes, School Tech bridges the gap between school and learning management. Driven by passion, School Tech makes educational technology accessible, affordable, and easy to use for schools everywhere. With an integrated approach, School Tech simplifies management across different departments and enhances efficiency in operations. School Tech transforms the way schools manage, teach, and learn. School Tech, taking school management solutions to the next level. Running a business? Make it smarter with Red Circle Global. Streamline operations, boost productivity, and manage everything in one powerful ERP system. Book your free business demo today at redcircleglobal.com, guided by one of our top experts.
Ayun, sige. Actually, galing. This is, ang sarap abangan ng ganitong mga startups na talagang nabubuo ng product, talagang solving the problem as it is, kumbaga. And, really perfecting the product. And then, who knows, maybe in the near future, sana in 5 years, yung presyo ng mga gulay ay na lang, siguro 20% na ngayon or baka mas mababa pa or
Maybe.
something.
Maybe. We're
Napakasaya nun,
also-
napakalaking ginhawa nun. And
Yeah.
yun. Sige, thank you very much, Winston, sa ating conversation. We can have a part 2, exciting to abangan. No? Sana if you, maybe after a year or after a year of
Sure.
more validation, more operation, let's have a part 2 para let's abangan, subaybayan natin kumbaga ang story ni Gulay Ko.
Sure.
And Ayun, so if our listeners, Winston, want to know more about Gulay Ko or sa'yo, baka they want to partner or baka may gustong mag-download ng app, ulitin lang natin. Paano nga ba, how can they know more, where can they download, or how can they partner with you or Gulay Ko?
So, thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity being part of your show and for the podcast. And simple lang, want to know more about Gulay? There's no more explanation. Simply download the app, go to Google Play Store, Apple Store, type gulay.co. Nandun po kami. And if you want to do some partnership, just simply type my name, Winston, at gulay.co. So, ganun po lang po yan. So, kung gusto niyo po makita website namin, simple lang po, gulay.co. Freshness simplified. We would like to make things simplified. Thank you so much, Johnny.
Simplified.
Simplified.
Ayun, I'll download the app, promise. And thank you so much, Winston. Sana pala download ko muna bago tayo nag-podcast na. But anyway,
It's okay,
I'll
it's
surely
okay.
download. Ayun, thank you so much, Winston. Ganda, galing. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to our 65 patrons. This episode is super powered by AskLex PH Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma project management, data science, and more. Cloud CFO. Cloud CFO provides expert accounting, tax, and payroll services for SMEs and startups using smart technology to deliver actionable financial insights. Architect Space Solutions. Architect provides ground station services, space data analytics, and technology supplies to grow the Philippines' role in the global space ecosystem. Divico Technologies Incorporated, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain, smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. Argam AI, make smarter decisions by representing both sides of an issue as argued by two distinct AI models. Pixel by Implement, turn content into opportunities, grow deeper connections, and earn more only with Pixel. Sign up at pixel.implement.co. School of Profits, Filipino-led community for aspiring freelancers, VAs, agency builders, and online earners, built to help you start, grow, and earn online together. Founders Launchpad, our ecosystem partner, early stage accelerator providing venture capital funding, operational support, and mentorship. Hire Business Solutions, provided the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Agile Data Solutions, the Philippines' fastest-growing market insights tech company with its data gathering platform, HustlePH. SmileChecks, streamline hiring and onboarding with automated background checks. Cloverly, all-in-one digital platform for property developers. Body BDs, accessible and personalized diabetes self-management application. Hyperstocks, digital banking enabler for rural and thrift banks. Wonder Brand, data science-driven brand strategy and design for emerging markets. This episode is powered by Josie AI, Uplift Code Camp, Board Prep, Kanzen Bordy, Eastpoint Business Outsourcing Services, Filipina Home-Based Moms, Hex Colony, Jure.ph, Big Giant Games, Patid PH, Sugbudok, Algacon Aquafeeds Juan Alj, Grey Wolf Technologies Philippines, Pareto Consulting, Sears MD. Support the podcast through the links in the description.